Alright, so this is my MasterBuilt slow smoker attachment for the MasterBuilt electric smoker. I have abused this thing terribly. I'm sure I've already voided any kind of warranty I have on it, but it is nasty, and I took it off the smoker itself to, well, basically it doesn't work anymore. You can flip on the switch, the switch doesn't like to stay on, and even when it does, it's not heating the element. Primary reason for that, I'm sure, is creosote getting down in here. I've cleaned it off a little bit what I could do while it was attached to get it to turn on, but now it's just not heating. And again, this is supposed to be used for 3 or 4 hours at a time at most, to just smoke cheese or salmon or some stuff like that. But I've been using it as a long-term smoker because it will hold 8 or 9 hours worth of chips, so I can smoke overnight without having to babysit the thing. Downside of that is it gets dirty when you're not paying attention, and well, this is the mess you get. And it's pretty bad. I'm gonna end up, take this thing out. I've done other videos on cleaning this with some creosote destroyer, so that's almost bare metal now. It's been cleaned and cooked so many times, but kind of hard to see in there, but there's the heating element and it is no longer functioning, and I'm sure it's because of some crap got down in here and the switch connecting the thing. So what I am going to do is, on the bottom here there are some screws and bolts, and I am completely going to void my warranty when I'll pop that sucker open and see if it's cleanable, salvageable, or if I got to go another route or get some replacement parts. I will check in when I get something to show you. Here's a better look at the screws. There's 1 or 2 by each of the little feet for this thing, and I'm going to pop those off and show you what happens next. Alright, to get the bottom plate off, I had to remove 6 screws. There's 2 here, 2 here, 1 and 1, and then I had to remove 2 of the feet to get the thing to come off. So let's see what we get when we get inside. Well, there's the heater element, and there's a little bit of wiring. I'm gonna have to take that little insulator out to get to it, but yeah, I can already tell that's a mess. So I'll show you when I get the next piece off. Okay, I apologize for the not great light, but I only got a couple of hands here to work with. Anyway, I've gotten inside of this thing. It just took two screws to get the little insulator plate off, and it doesn't look too bad in here. There's a little bit of ash because it's right below the heating element. A little dust will blow it in and whatnot, but the wiring itself looks like it's in pretty good shape. So I think what I have here is just that switch has gone bad. So looks like there's clips that hold that on. I'll verify that in just a minute. I'll pull those clips off and see if I can't get that switch off and find a replacement for it. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. I could be dead wrong, and this might not be clips. They might be tack welded or whatnot, but about to find out. Alright, I got all 3 clips off, and the tips look to be fairly clean. All of them look pretty good, so I'm pretty sure I got a bad switch here. Now, figuring out how to get that damn thing out of there, because I don't see any screws or anything, I don't know. Gonna have to take a deeper look. It might just be snap in, snap out. Have to take a little deeper look on this. Alright, I was correct. This thing it's snugly in the hole, but I was able to push it through, and there's actually little clips on the side here. I did not know that till I got it out, but luckily just a little brute force, I'd say 4 or 5 pounds of pressure, and it popped out. And it's grody. The clips in the back are good, so it's internal to this that is the problem, and it's covered in the creosote. So if Radio Shack was still in business, I'd run up there and get one of these. Right now I don't know where to frickin' get one, so I'm gonna have to look around. In the meantime, I'm just gonna soak the hell out of this thing with some crud cutter and see if I can't get it to come back to life. Just because, I've already got the crud cutter and I got this, and it's going to take me a while to find the freaking replacement anyway, so if I can save it, great. I'm sure this is like a 5-cent switch, but finding the damn thing is going to take a while. I don't think this is the kind of thing they sell at Walmart. They might sell it at one of the grilling stores, but I don't know. That's where I'm at with this now, and I will check back when I've got some news one way or another. Alright, I've cleaned out the slow smoker as best as I could. The top chamber here, actually just this area and this area, used to have a plastic liner in them, and that was all warped up and fouled up and whatnot, so I peeled that out as best as I could. So again, I know I'm probably avoiding any kind of warranty I might have, but it was just nasty. Couldn't get all of it, but got most of it off. And while I'm figuring out what I'm going to do with this switch, if I can find one, I'm going to go ahead and give this thing a cleaning. Now, I did a video a couple months ago about cleaning the creosote out of the chip tower that comes with this thing, not shown in the picture here. And I tried some grill degreaser, some Dawn Ultra Plus, Platinum I think, and none of that worked real well without scrubbing the hell out of it. So then I resorted to a creosote destroyer and just soaking it in that and then putting it on the grill, my grill, and having that on high, and that works pretty well to clean out the tower. Can't do that in this because there's wires, but since I've got the switch out and that's the only sensitive thing in here, I'm going to soak the hell out of it with another product that I like. It's called Crud Cutter. This particular one's a kitchen degreaser. I've never tried it with a creosote like this, but it works really well on a surprising number of things, and it's actually safe for cooking and surfaces and whatnot. So even if there's a little residue on there, it's not going to kill me. So that is the plan. I'm going to soak the hell out of it and then go do a little research to see if I can't find a switch like that, and let you know when I have something else to tell you about this. Alright, so I've been trying to clean up my very messy, dirty MasterBuilt slow smoker attachment for my MasterBuilt electric smoker. I used Crud Cutter this time, and yeah, I still had to scrub a little bit, but at least it's safe. And since I got the one electronic part out that actually matters, I was able to scrub the hell out of this thing. Again, I had to remove the plastic liner because it was trashed, and I just scrubbed it and then took it over and hit it with a hose, got everything off of it, and it's starting to look pretty good. I'm going to actually towel dry the thing here in a little bit here, and I got to worry about it rusting, so I'm either going to hit it with some cooking spray, or if I can get this switch, which I'll talk to you about in a minute here, it's right down here. If I can get that thing working and find a replacement quick, I'll go ahead and just hit this thing with, well, throw in some chips and let it cure that way. You know, plug it in, let it start smoking. Once I get that figured out, I'll let you know. The other interesting thing I was saying about the switch, that is the second time I've sprayed the thing down and hit it with a toothbrush, and it is still leaching out the creosote. So, you know, Crud Cutter is clear, and it's laying. I just sprayed enough of it to soak the thing. It's just, you know, electronics, it's dangerous. In worst case scenario, it's probably a 5-cent part I just got to find. In best case scenario, it freaking fixes it. Anyway, I'm surprised. I'm not intending to make a commercial for Crud Cutter here, but I'm surprised how well it's working. And it worked better than the Dawn and the grill cleaner that I used. It does not work as well as the creosote destroyer, but then again, I'm also not getting it up to 400 degrees. So anyway, that's scrubbed out and clean as it's ever going to be again. Switch, soaking, may or may not try and put it back in, and I'm going to towel dry the inside of that so it doesn't rust immediately, and then it's off to the computer to try and find another switch. Alright, so after doing some online sleuthing, looking for, first of all, what to call this thing, and second of all, who would have it, well, I tried a bunch of places. Walmart, Harbor Freight, Menards. Nobody had it, but they could all order it except Home Depot. Home Depot had 2 of them in stock, and I was wrong earlier when I said it's a 5-cent switch. It's actually a $5 switch, but still gonna give it a try. Going to connect it up, see if this thing heats up. If it heats up properly, I'm going to go ahead and do the full install and put all the parts and pieces back together. I'll let you know how that goes. Well, it's all put back together, and I tested it with just a couple of chips to make sure it works, and it's working right now. So I'm going to try it again in probably a week or two when I want to smoke a bunch more cheese. In the meantime, we'll call that a qualified success. If it works 2 or 3 times in a row, then I'll start trusting it again. And I'm definitely going to keep creosote out of that bad lad right down there. Thanks for watching, and if you appreciate the content, please hit those like and subscribe buttons. Thanks.